so I'm Butterfly Select and I am back. And this is pretty much like a starter video on what I'm about to tap into next when it comes to me doing videos and giving that information surrounding the planets and the bird charts and the energy and things of that nature. Synastry. Synastry is the next topic I'm looking into very deeply. I'm gonna be adding other stuff but synastry, and you'll be able to just go ahead and subscribe. So as I drop the videos, you'll be able to see them, And the synastry is a continuous thing. But I still kind of want to talk about synastry here because yes, I feel like a lot of people really stick to synastry heavy in astrology. And there is a couple reasons why. I don't feel that you have to be with the sign or the energy that is most compatible with your energy in order to work. I don't. Will that help? Yes. And I can see why a lot of astrologers would say your best bet is to go with the energy that's flowing in the same direction as yours is going. Okay? Because it's a lot less complicated. They feel like it's more attraction there or just a more capability to live a less stressful life with the person. And, just not have to really deal. It's like, okay, well, life is hitting us already hard enough. I don't want to have to deal with you opposing me on anything. However, I will have to say this. A lot of the squares, oppositions, difficult aspect to synastry between two charts, two people is what actually help us learn. I mean, suppose being in the classroom with a teacher to where everything that you do, they said, you got a check mark, 100, great job. But you left out of the class going to the next grade, not really knowing anything. You don't know any of the information that you really need to know because you just kept getting that 100 check mark. Congratulations. It's not, of course. And, I know a lot of parents will really hate that. Like, of course, like the student will love it for the time being. Like, yes, another 100. But as time builds on, you end up waking up one day realizing, you know what? I don't know nothing that I feel like I need to know. And this is not just through school. This is any information. Just suppose I made you pay for this video right now and you paid for it, hoping that you would gain a certain something out of it that will help you learn and advance to the next level. But you didn't. You would want your money back. So to me, it's kind of like there is a significance in squares and oppositions and things of that nature. But it's really about us, doing that cliche thing that we all hate to hear. That thing that they say, about self-love and understanding how to identify the things that make certain negative behaviors and aspects about ourselves, or the things that we don't really like, like flashing the flashlight on ourselves according to the energy that we are receiving around us or from the outside of us, like being able to interpret what that energy means and be able to look at ourselves through that microscope and make the changes that we need versus waiting for someone else to do it for us or show it for us all the time. Like, even if they're showing it for us, instead of going against what they're showing us every single time, maybe we can utilize what we need to take from the experience and then leave what we don't. Overall, though, evolving our behavior, because that's what it's really about. And, I get those people all the time. It's like, okay, I'm not going to change. I'm going to do what I do because this is who I am and this is what I want to do. This is what I've always done. Okay, I'm not talking to those people. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to those people who say, yeah, I really am getting in this energy. That's the new energy that's coming towards our way, which is I'll talk more about that and what it has, the important aspects that it plays in synastry. Instead of going against that energy, how can I be more, you to be more involved in it and utilize it to work in my favor with my relationships and things of that nature? Okay, some people really want to know that. And you can do so. And like I said, it really starts with, being able to identify certain triggers that we're receiving from other people, identifying like, why am I receiving this? what is it telling me? And then, making moves accordingly. And it'll be for the better, hopefully. Because, people can influence us for the better or for the worse. So, got to remember that. But the overall point here is when we're dealing with synastry. Synastry, let's say you take oppositions in the chart. Certain oppositions would make it difficult to really want to be with that person because it'll show us, okay, that's the thing that I don't have. I'm attracted to this person because it's this thing that about them that I don't have within myself, but at the same time, this person gets on my nerves quite a bit, It's okay to kind of take on that opposition without feeling like you have to be completely like that other person in order to be compatible with each other. And also, I feel like the main thing to relationships, to why a lot of people are miserable in relationships and they don't understand why, and it never changes. Too many people saying, I'm not going to change, but communication. We think all the time, okay, well, you should just know me. You should just know me. As a matter of fact, we only interact with people that we feel like should just know us. And anybody else, it's automatically, they're shunned. You're not in my clique. I don't got to interact with you. And you don't. But at the same time, this world is expanding, or the energy is expanding. And it's not about saying we can't get along just because we don't agree on something. It's about understanding that you are you, I'm me, okay? And we're not going to always agree. And the most people that don't get heard or understood, the people that feel like they don't get heard and they are never understood. I bet you in a relationship, those are the people who never really speak their mind. Those are the people who can never really say what they truly want because they did it before, they were shut down, or they feel like the only way to really keep a relationship is if they don't. If I want to keep we see a lot of women do this. If I want to keep a healthy relationship, I just won't say anything. And it's like, no, that's how you keep a miserable relationship. And I've learned a long time ago, real talk, I would rather be in no relationship than to be in one where I'm going to have to be miserable. My point of view is not understood, but I'm always having to understand the point of view of somebody else. And none of my needs are being met. Okay. And this all plays a part in synastry. And the important thing is when I start going over a lot of the placements in synastry, right? The compatible ones and incompatible ones, according to astrology and zodiac, and energetically, I will give you ways of approaching that energy and changing it around to work better for you. Because you're going to find out that a lot of relationships moving forward in the new age, in this age that we're in now, are interdependent, not necessarily codependent, okay? And not necessarily fully independent. Interdependent. It's about what can we incorporate or we need to incorporate in order to work together, and where do we not need to work together at, and you just do your thing and I just do my thing. You don't have to think like me. You don't have to feel like me. So, synastry. Synastry is not just about fixed energy that doesn't move anywhere. The energy is not in control of us. We are actually in control of it. If you're being stubborn or fixed about something that's getting you nowhere, you can choose not to be stubborn and fixed about it. If you keep having bad relationships time and time again, you can choose to not be involved in bad relationships. If you feel like you go one direction and karma, not so good karma, keeps hitting you right in the face, you can choose to not go in that direction. Now, there will be people that disagree with me, but through my own, remember, I'm not just getting up here just talking just to talk. I didn't just get my information off of somebody else's website and press record. I have actually studied astrology for a very long time, different types. of astrology, whatever you want to call it. And I have actually tested the energy in my own chart. I was a guinea pig. I have tested other people's energy the same way, even though they didn't maybe not have known that I was testing it. You know, I've done this in the past or whatever. And time again, I'm finding a lot of the same results. And that is what I'm going to be speaking about when it comes to synastry. And we need to get a lot of these relationships worked out. I will tell you this too. I don't really try to come down on people's relationships so hard, because I feel like this, you're only in a situation until you realize you don't need to be in that situation anymore. And no one is no proving, is no telling, is no amount of convincing that's going to make a person understand or see this. It a lot of times is when they come to the aha moment of, okay, this is doing me more bad and more harm than good. There must be more. Remember that. Okay. So synastry is really all about what we make it. I've seen people with very compatible birth charts, but they don't last. They don't stay together forever. All right. Butterfly to light. I'll be back.